Welcome to the PIT Virtual Advisor. This tool is a tutorial and template for each department to create a custom website that presents information about each major in a straightforward way. This tutorial will go through each step in customizing this website to fit your major. The first step is to create a GitHub account. This is where all of the files that will go into your website will be stored and how your website will be hosted. So you would need to sign up for an account, but I'm going to sign in using this button. Next, what you need to do is go to the repository that we've created that has all the templates, and we've included a link to this repository. And then your next step is just to click Fork, which is right here, and that's basically like creating a personal copy of these files so that you can make changes and personalize the website for your major. Next, we will edit each individual page on this website and fill in the information for your major. We'll start with the main landing page. First, scroll down and click on the index.html file. Then click this pencil icon in the right corner to edit the file. So let's look at this document. There's a comment like this one that indicates every change you have to make on the page. Many of the changes within this page are simply replacing text with what you want the website to say. For example, you can see in this line here, you need to change the department and major to your department and major. So you can just go in, delete the current text, and replace it. So, for example, biological sciences with a major of microbiology. So you can go through, continue making these changes, but anytime you want to see how your changes are made or if you're done making changes, you can scroll down to the bottom and click Commit Changes. This basically saves the changes to the page. Now, in order to view the changes you've made to your website, you first need to publish it. The way you can do this is go to Settings, and then scroll down to where it says GitHub Pages. Here you can click on this button and choose the master branch. Once you click Save and scroll back down again, you can see that it's now been published at this website. After a few minutes, you'll be able to click on this link to be able to see the changes that you've made. Now that we know the basics of how to use GitHub, we're going to dive more deeply into the detailed changes you have to make on each of these sites. For example, one type of change you can make is adding a new picture in for some of the icons. So let's go through that process in more detail. The first step is to locate the image you want to include and then name it a simple file name. For example, we're going to use a file named clipart.png. Then we need to upload this page to our GitHub repository. We're going to upload it to a folder that's in our repository called Images. As you can see, I've already uploaded a file called clipart.png, but the way to do this is go to Add File, Upload Files, and then drag the files to this box and click Commit Changes. For now, I'm going to hit Cancel since I didn't upload any files. Then you go into the website that has the image on it. Again, we're going to edit the main page called index.html, and then click that Edit button again. If we scroll all the way down to where the image is on the page, you can see change number 9. You may change this image link with another image of your choice. So this image link is right here, so I can delete what they have, and then enter the path that the website needs to follow to find that image. So it's in the folder called Images, and it's called clipart.png. Once you've made those changes, you can select Commit Changes. Next, let's take a look at the Major Requirements page. You can scroll down to it and access it by clicking this button. This page will be an easy way for students to check their graduation requirements. Students will be able to use it like a checklist to ensure that all of their requirements have been met. As you can see, you could click on a class and it will be checked, or you can uncheck it. The design of this page is simple. It's split up into requirements for the specific major, as you can see, as well as requirements for the school itself. Within each section, you can list the category of the requirement, such as prerequisites or core courses, as well as the courses or type of courses that fall under that category. You can also list examples of courses that will fit their requirement. For example, if the category is track elective and the requirement is a 1000 level signals application course, you can include that name of that course as an example. Now, let's go over how to change the GitHub text for the page. To edit the major requirements page, first scroll down and click on the requirements.html file. Then click the pencil on the top right to edit the page. You will see that the changes are each commented again to indicate where changes need to be made. You can see change number 1 starts here. You can add descriptions, courses, and examples for each one of those sections that you saw on the page. You can see here that this is the place where you change the major acronym, and then the description of the category, and then each of the classes within that category. You can also add more courses to each section by duplicating this line. You can also add entire sections by copying and pasting this section above this commented out part. Once you are finished making changes to your page, or if you simply want to see how the changes look, scroll all the way down to the bottom and click that Commit Changes button. Next, let's look at the Recommended Courses page. This page will be used to show all of the courses within the department, as well as all of the courses that fall under each requirement section. So you can start by looking at these buttons on the top, which allow you to pick a requirement section and then view all of the courses that fall within it. In the next section, you could browse through course descriptions, and by clicking on a class, it will bring you straight to the course description that you want. To edit the Recommended Courses page, click on the recommended.html file, and then click on the pencil icon to edit the file. Each of the changes are also commented on this page like they were on the previous pages. The first section of the code controls the first section of the page, where the buttons bring up a list of courses within the requirement section. You can change the name of the requirement section as well as the courses listed below. For example, you can change the requirement section 1 to prereqs, and then also change it here so that it will read as prereqs in that dialog box. Finally, you can change the courses within that dialog box. So for example, you can change this one to Bioscience 150, which is the Foundations Biology 1. You can repeat this process for all 4 of those buttons. If you want to add a course, simply copy and paste this line. And if you want to add an entire requirement section, you can copy and paste the template here. The next section is simply the list of courses. This part is twofold: the buttons that link to each course and the list of courses themselves. First, edit the text in the buttons. You can see that the buttons are all listed here, and you can change the subject and class number that will be included in each button. So for example, Bioscience 150. Then scroll down and edit the list of course descriptions. That's right here. So I could say Bioscience 150, Foundations Biology 1, and then also include information about the course. So this would be course description. So if you want to add more courses, you can simply add more of these buttons and then scroll down and add another one of these course descriptions. However, make sure that if you add more buttons, you're updating the class number right here in the course description, as well as right here in the list of buttons. Once you're done making those changes, you can scroll down and hit Commit Changes. Finally, let's look at the sample schedule page. This page serves to provide an example for students on how they might fulfill the requirements each semester. It's a very simple layout with just a list of the classes they might take each semester with the credits. Let's review how to edit the sample schedule page. To edit the page, click the sampleschedule.html file and click the pencil icon to edit. All of the changes you need to make are also commented on this page. So simply start by putting in the classes for the first semester of freshman year, and then putting in the credits for those classes. Make sure that the credits are in the same order as the classes they correspond to. It starts with the first semester freshman year and ends with the last semester senior year, so simply go in that order. Finally, if you want to add a year for a 5th year program, you can copy and paste the template at the bottom to add a full year to the site. When you're done with your changes, simply click Commit Changes. Once you've edited all your pages, that's it, you're done. You've created your own virtual advisor. Congratulations!